Welcome to my final thought reviews on War for Cybertron by going through Siege, Earthrise and Kingdom including with the overall results. So without further ado, let's begin. Transformers Siege would just be a good season. I don't think it's the best season, but for me it's just an okay series. However, there are still some scenes that I enjoyed. For example, one of my favorite scene was when we first saw Optimus Prime rolling out to save Bumblebee and Wheeljack. Maybe it's due to a fact that as a Transformers fan I absolutely liked Optimus Prime. The next one is still in the same episode, but when Prime said this line,
Am I that obvious?
Kind of.
Elita1 chuckles, which I think it's cute, showing one moment of their relationship together, which will be used again for episode 2. But the best scene out of those two would be when Omega Supreme came in and joined the war. It was just the music rising, and how everyone was surprised to see him. The scene that is not my favorite would be when Prime and Megatron fight each other in the first episode. It was all just punching, kicking, and Prime was beaten up badly, so that wasn't my favorite. Now considering that this season is dark, one of them that was too dark was when the Sparkle Spots rip off Moon Racer's limbs off, which was very creepy. The mood of this season was too dark. The lighting of this is too dark that it wasn't very sunny. And it felt a bit cold like in episode 3 and 4 where it was just so cloudy. The season's color is purple for the toy line specifically, which does make sense. The problem I had with this season was when I saw Megatron's big lip. Like, why did they even AD that? Is this even necessary though? Well, thankfully after watching Earthrise and Kingdom I slowly gotten used to it. The best episode would be 6, where they have my favorite scene, including sad scene, and finally the end of this season, so I would watch this episode again. An episode that is not for me would be 2. Maybe we see more talking than Autobots and Decepticons fighting each other. But for now it wasn't really perfect in my opinion. When it came out, I watched the first 3 episodes for 71 minutes. Then the next day I watched the last 3, which again goes for 71 minutes, so according to this, it goes for 142 minutes in total. This came out in 2020 when the Earthrise toy would be released, but because it was also when Siege came out I unfortunately did not collect one of its action figures. Don't get me wrong, but I saw one when it originally came out. Now you might have heard of the Prime Wars toy line, and they too have a season. So because they didn't have a show back then, I let it pass and didn't get one until the situation in 2020 was over. Impactor's death would be a sad scene in Siege, and we remember that he used to be a Decepticon, but instead of changing sides, he wanted to help to save Cybertron, including protecting Ratchet, so we should all honor him for his sacrifice. Him being a Decepticon doesn't matter anymore, but what's more important is him helping others, so R.I.P. Impactor. Now I'll be listing the things that I liked about this scene, and dislikes for this season. Likes: exciting, action-packed character models and animation. Dislike: voice acting, too much talking, no humor, and too slow. So I rate this a 6/10. Well, this season will get better when Earthrise came and saved the trilogy. Did you like Siege? Rated out of 10? Thank you for watching, and I shall see you for the next review on Earthrise.